Right guys, welcome back to the Regal Gentleman Studio. Today we've got Ariel back in the chair. Now, I don't know if anyone remembers Ariel, but he was a very interesting client last time, if you remember. So I'm sure Liam will put the clip back on from last time.
More balance when you getting rid of this?
No, forget about the back for now. It's all about the sides. Are you in the industry or?
Oh no, I just
No? Oh wow.
a lot of self-research on hair.
You're very fussy.
You heard of guys crying this chair?
You just cut yourself. But how are you doing, buddy? You good?
I'm good.
Good, man.
Glad to be back. Thank you
Nice,
guys. It was a great experience last time, and
Cool.
looking forward to it now.
Nice, man. So what are you thinking of doing today?
So I've been growing my hair out for a while now, and I'm trying to keep the longer look, especially now that winter's coming.
Yeah.
It's definitely getting very frizzy, and I'm trying to keep the curls, and I just wanted like something that would shape it. Just make it look better.
Sure. Yeah. Well, what sort of shape are you trying to achieve, or what sort of have you got like an end goal that you're trying to grow it to, or?
Not really.
No.
Just like nothing like too long.
Okay.
Like the issue I'm sort of having right now is it gets very poofy, and I don't really know if I should be like tucking it behind my ear or somehow, I don't know if I'm not using the right products or what I could do, but just the styling is what I'm having issues with.
Okay, no worries. Well, I mean, the back generally on everybody is much thicker because that's where, if you get to get a hair transplant, for example, that's classed as the donor area because it's usually, there's more hair follicles there. So there's more hair, essentially. So that's why it always seems to be much bigger at the back.
Yeah.
So at the minute, it is very much, you can see the shape is very, very big at the back. So I think if you're trying to keep the longer look, you could definitely get away with taking some length off the back for sure. Because the top and the sides still create the longer look. So as long as the perimeter on the sides and the fringe is kept as it is, the back can be taken in a little bit just to balance. Because I think at the minute it looks a little bit out of balance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The back does look a lot longer than everywhere else. And so I think if we were to reduce that, that would help massively.
Gotcha.
But I think in terms of the shape though, the shape is nice. I mean, I don't know what more I would do to shape this, if I'm completely honest with you.
I could show you a photo that I found.
Sure.
I don't know if that's something similar to what I have, like hair type wise, or.
I think yours is much more curlier than his.
Okay.
To be fair. But essentially the shape, like that back bit there is what I'm thinking of, that kind of more balanced look. That's kind of what I'm thinking of. In terms of the top and stuff, I don't know whether I think yours is just much curlier than his. So I think you've got a bit more volume than what he's got as well. So I don't know, maybe, I think, the problem with that, I think it's a lot more top heavy though, than what you've got now.
Okay.
So I don't know whether, but the problem is, it's basically what you've got as it is right now as well. That's what I'm saying, like the shape you've got at the moment is kind of already in there. Like I wouldn't change too much of the shape around just yet.
Okay.
I'd take the back up, put a bit of shape in the curls fit a bit better, and then show you how to look after it. That's what I would do. If you were like just a blank canvas and you like the length as it is, it just, you want to keep it longer, that's what you go down, because anything else I'd do is I'd take length off. Yeah. And I don't want to take length off because if you like the length it's at.
Because also when I like to style it, I mainly like the push back look, like towards the side, and have it like sit back longer. So like when I style, it's like that when it's wet, but then it just, as it like dries up, it just shrinks and then comes forward. So I don't know if I got rid of some length here, that would help it sit more. No, it wouldn't. The thing, what's happening is that you're trying to create a style on a wavier, straighter haircut than what you've got. Okay, that's the problem. You're not embracing how the curl wants to fall. You're trying to style it in a way that I'd style mine. Yeah, but you've got different hair texture to me. Yeah. So my hair does stay back. Yours will naturally just sit where it wants to sit because it's curly. So you've got to kind of embrace the curl and cut it into a shape of a curl. It's very hard to try and go for like a style that isn't really based for your hair texture, if you get what I mean. Got you. So by taking more length off, it's not going to make it sit back better. Once the back is taken in, like see this bit here? Yeah. Once that's taken in and taken a bit shorter, that will help, because you're basically pushing hair into more hair. So when that hair's been reduced, that should sit within itself a bit more, but I don't know whether it will stay back just yet. I think you need a bit more length in it for that to kind of work. I mean, the style that I would probably suggest for you is a slightly more rounder shape. Okay. That's what I'd probably go for. I don't know whether there's enough length in here on the top. I could probably take a bit off the top actually to create that shape. I probably could actually, thinking about it. So I think the shape you want to go for is probably, the best thing to do, so if we're looking at styles, right, is to look at kind of curly haired haircuts, because you've got curly hair. There's no two ways about it. You haven't got wavy. It is curly. It's very thick as well, right? So if you look at men's curly hairstyles, it's about top searched. These are the sorts of hairstyles that you look at. Like if you look at the shapes, they're all quite rounded. See, that's probably what your curl would do if it was fully hydrated. That kind of look, you know. Then you've got other ones that obviously are a lot shorter as well.
Like, are you trying to get something like that?
That would be something get close to that, but that's still like long in the back. But I liked how it's like pushed back. I don't really like the front fringe coming over my forehead.
Yeah, I think his hair probably is a lot thinner than yours though.
Okay.
I think it's just the thing is you've got such a low hairline as well. If your hairline was further back, it would sit further back. Do you know what I mean? It would push back because your hairline is so low. It will want to fall into it, and because of your hair texture, it will just want to fall where it falls. Curls. The thing is with curls, if you ever like see any memes on Instagram and stuff, curly hair, the meme is that it's a guarantee that your hair, when you got curly hair, your hair will never look the same again as it does that day. The next day will be different. The day after will be different.
Exactly.
But that is just curly hair. Again, I think you probably just need to get some good length in it before you can.
Gotcha.
Do you know what I mean? But I think in terms of shape, I think a shape like that would be nice for you. Not that short, but that kind of shape where it is slightly rounded, but it isn't too flat on the corners. I think that would be quite nice for you. If you grew it out a bit more, you could probably do something like that. I don't think it's far off that now, if I'm honest. I think the back, I think the whole sides and top is a bit longer on his hair.
And then it's all just using the right products.
Just using the right products.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the problem is, like, you're showing a picture of Kit Harington on a red carpet. He's had someone like me in the background doing his hair for him for like about 45 minutes, you know. Yeah. So it's hard to replicate that every day. Because I'm pretty sure when he wakes up in the morning, he's not working, his hair probably looks all over the show, probably a bit frizzy, you know. This is the reality. It's just because he's a celebrity doesn't mean his hair doesn't annoy him, you know. If you're happy to do what I've suggested in terms of like to create the shape a bit more, take the back up a little bit more, and just continue to grow it into something, I think that's probably the best thing to do.
Let's do it.
Sound good, yeah? Oh, you're like a different person, mate. What's going on?
Oh, do I need to kick up the fussiness?
Because the last time you were basically telling me every little detail.
I know, but like, you also need some creative like imagination of your own to work with.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'm ready. Beautiful. Let's do it.
Yeah. All right, cool, man. Right, well, let's get this a shampoo and condition, and then we'll go from there, mate. All right. Right, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cut in the back and sides first. What I'm going to do though, I'm going to take the section higher up on the round of the head, because I need to start creating a triangular shape to this. Okay, so this goes higher up over the round of the head, and then we work into a profile section in the middle. So we're creating this angle today. Okay, so we're essentially leaving a lot of the length at the bottom around the perimeter, like we said, to keep the hair looking longer. But then we're going to take away the sort of interior and the sections higher up to create the shape. So that's what we need to do today. So what I need to do is I need to start by creating this shape. So cutting it on a much softer angle. Fairly wide sections. So basically from start of the ear to where the temple is. I'm going to take the fringe away because I don't want to cut that too short yet. I want to use that in a minute. So I'll move that out of the way. Now I need to start angling this onto a triangular shape. So see the angle of my fingers, like so. And take away that. Longer to the bottom. We can leave more length at the perimeter, but we take this a bit shorter. So this is just going to guide me into the top. There we go, following the same angle. As you can see, we don't take anything off the perimeter. We just take away the areas above. That'll start to make that curl a little bit looser. We're taking away length, so it's not going to bunch up as much. What we do is we get to the back, down the nape, we still create the same shape that we've been doing, but then we cut the nape up. So we build a lot of weight around the bottom here, so it creates a nice sort of like shelf almost for the bottom, so it creates a nice rounder shape at the back. There we go. So let's keep it fairly heavy for the moment. So this is like our base shape. Before we do anything else to it, if we put any texture in it or anything like that, we just create the base that we can work on the top. So I cut the whole haircut in before I do anything. Before I do any perimeter detailing, anything like that at all, I cut the whole head of hair in first. As you can see, more length's coming off this side, but I am following the guide that I set. So I'm not too worried that we've made a mistake or anything like that. Now what you can do if you are here to that point, just pull out and make sure everything is matching between your fingers. And just do a nice little cross check. That's all, staying the same. Okay, so we're breaking up the curl now. So as before, it's quite heavy, it drops quite a lot there. Look at this side, it moves about a lot more. See? A lot more. It's a lot thinner as well. So that shape's done there, right? All that shape's cut in. So now what we do is we work on the top now. Take a section right down the middle. We match either side, so. Go down the centre. Like so. Bring this out on this angle as well. Think about the angle we're on. Now you see why I took the section higher up around the head? There's the guide that it gives me. Now the angle I want to cut it at is this. So I take that length away. Like that. And I work all the way back. Smaller sections because we're taking a lot more length off. We keep working through. So I'm like doing 2 finger width sections instead of 3. Because again, we still want to keep length in there. We don't want to take all the length away. So we're following the same guide all the way around to the back. See? Pick it up back to the recession point. Pick it up. Find the guide. There's the guide. Same angle as before. That's all the way out still. That's our centre back there. Match it up. Do one section past to make sure it matches. Straight through the middle. Keep that middle section in, just pull it straight up. One of our guides from either side. There we go. Bring it forwards. I don't want that fringe to be too long, I want it to balance a bit more. In the same width sections, about 2 fingers in width. Get right up across the crown, and then pull it right out at the back. And nothing comes off. So we've matched up, okay? Now, fringe-wise, I'm gonna take a fringe, I'm gonna work from the arch of the eyebrow, take it down the center to start with. I'm gonna start to frame the face with this fringe now, okay? So what I do is take the center, find the arch, work up and just before the apex as well. The apex is here, just before the apex. And go up and match. So this is the guide for the fringe, the first bit of the fringe. I need to cut that down to match. So there's the bit that I just cut before when I leant it forwards. Nice and straight. Like so. And from the centre out to the recession, I take my next section, like so. And I work this around to the side. Got a guide from the left hand side. And it's all the way around. So we're separating the fringe away from the sides. And just to make sure everything balances, we'll pick it up, make sure there's no point, tiny little point there. Out. So that is the shape done, okay? Centre's middle is shorter, we've created a triangular shape, and that'll come into play when it's dry. Now what we do is the perimeter. So we start with the back first. The sides are quite a little length in the side still. I think we'll probably get away with taking off maybe about that much to the back there to let it sit a bit more rounded. So you take it so it falls just sort of the colour when it dries. Pull this down so not much comes off. Not much comes off. We're still keeping that fullness in the back of the ear, which is what we need. Now, perimeter wise on here, I'm just letting this fall in nicely, natural. I'm just going to tidy up any of the dry ends which are there. So that all falls into the back. Taking off where the dry bits are at the bottom. Now, we break up the thickness. So how I do that is take sections across, I bring this out at an angle, and what you'll see, you'll notice the haircut comes in to a point, okay? Like so. So I'm going to do, just through here, I'm going to point into this section here to thin it out a little bit. blunt. Just giving you a little bit of extra curl that flicks out in them areas there. From here. So keeping the edges blunt, but just a bit above it, a little bit more textured. Mixing up the angles, so it makes it more sporadic. There's the angle we've cut it out there, so it becomes that angle now. So we keep fullness at the back, which creates shape, and then adjusting it out slightly as we get a bit a little lower down. Do a horizontal section on this one. That's taking away the thickness, but it's keeping the shape in there for them as well. Now what I'll do is I'm going to tidy up the side bends. So would you like the side bends to be quite close, or do you want to keep them with a bit of length in? What do you think?
Sideburns? Like you mean?
Yeah, like there, just there.
How high?
How short would you like them to go in terms of like the length that they're at? Yeah. Not where they come down, like the thickness of them.
Oh no, you can cut the thickness off.
Yeah, is that right? Yeah. Right, we're going to do like a 1.5 on them because they're so thick.
Yeah, yeah, they are.
The shorter they go, the better. I think it'll show off the sides a bit more as well, and it'll show off the moustache a bit more as well. So. And then what I'll do is I'm going to tidy up around this bit here. So it gives a bit of separation to the sides. Not too high. And this will help for the back to sit much cleaner as well, a lot softer. Cool. So this is the moisturising lotion I was talking about, okay?
Oh, as I am?
Yeah, as I am. Have you used as I am before?
Yeah.
So this is the moisturising lotion. So I apply this in first while the hair's towel dried, like this. And what I'll do is I'm just going to slightly diffuse this in, only a touch, okay? Okay. Just take your time with it, okay? Just work it in, like massage it in. So now you've got.
I just put it all throughout?
All throughout, yeah. Yeah, okay.
The roots also doesn't matter, just.
No, I wouldn't say so. No, your hair's too short for anything like right now. It's not like it's kind of dry all over in a sense, like it's frizzy all over. So it's not. If it was just the ends or the back, I'd just say put it in the back.
Okay.
But it feels like it's kind of all over, so we do just scrunch that in to the hair like that, and you notice the shape changes.
Yeah,
okay?
Sits more in now. It's not really poofed out.
Exactly. So make sure we don't tuck it behind the ear for now. We just let that fall nicely. Okay.
I only got 2 haircuts between the last time you cut it and now.
No way.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah.
God, that was like 2021, wasn't it? I think we done your hair.
2 years ago.
Wow, that's crazy, man. So, put your head over for me slightly, over to this way. I'm just going to do a little bit of drying, just like that. Twice into the top, And just drop that hair in, and just dry it up, like that. There we go. Now flick your hair forwards for me if you don't mind. There we go, flick it back for me now as well. Perfect. And there's the shape, right, that you've got. Okay, do you want to put your glass on?
Yeah.
So that's the shape. So the curls are a lot looser now, okay? That's just the shape that we've cut into it, so you can see it sits a lot more triangular, right? That'll go out nicely for you as well if you do want to keep growing it, right? Now, in terms of the finishing, I'd use, again, as I am, I'd use the double butter as well, because this will give you drop in the curls at the same time, okay? Now, 2 fingers and work it into your hair, okay? Pull on the curls a bit, okay?
So use the other product when it's slightly damp and then...
And dry that in a touch, yeah. You don't have to. I'm just speeding up the process for you, but that's what I would do. I put the moisture lotion in first, just to kind of soak in, and then I've dried that in a little bit more, and that brings out the shape. And then I'm using the cream to finish. So the cream's almost our styling product, if you get what I mean. It brings out the curl softens the curl, it takes the frizz away, which is kind of what we were trying to do. So again, I'd use this as a styling product, but it's an aftercare product essentially, okay? Now I'd do that until you get a good amount of length in before you can start bringing it back. But I would just embrace the shape, embrace the curl. When that dries in, you'll notice yourself, you'll have a lot more drop and you'll see a nice bit of shape.
Yeah, the curls are more defined.
Yeah, a lot more defined, a lot more defined. And all we've done there is kind of change the overall look in terms of where we've took length away. And we've also put the hydration back into the hair that you never had. So if you do that like every day, the difference in your hair will be noticeable very quickly. Yeah. Very, very quickly.
My hair does not hold moisture well. So.
No, I can imagine. I can imagine. So if you do it daily, that really helps. That's why I'm putting the moisture lotion on when it's really wet.
Okay.
And then I'm putting the cream on when it's slightly drier. So then it just defines the curls. And what you can do, if you want to define the curls more, so you just take sections with your fingers, you just wrap it around your finger. And then don't pull on it too much, and then just let it fall and unravel it. And that'll define the curl more. So if you did that all over, just if you're going out, for example, that would give you more defined curls, more than it being like a big kind of chunk of hair, if you know what I mean. And then just letting them curls do their own thing.
Yeah.
When it dries with the cream in, it'll dry more defined and much more healthy looking, like that. And you can just do that all over, just do chunks. Don't have to do it too perfect. Just do the chunks where you want to see the curls, where you find them the most like frizzy. Do them in them places. Just take your sections and just do them really sporadically. That's what I would do.
Yeah, it's definitely a matter of learning how to take care of it.
No, it is, yeah. It's just taking your time. Take just sections, just twist them and then let them fall. I think it suits you, but you'll notice the hair drops a lot easier, like that. So you've got a much more defined look than what you had when you came in. Wow. And then just like that, dry naturally, and that's it.
Yeah, love it. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, man.
It's definitely been a journey, because last time we went with like the shorter, medium look.
Yeah,
and that one I would just brush back with the waves, but now that I've grown it out, it's just a matter of just learning how to do it with the curls.
Yeah, I think you see it so much, man. Like, that's what I mean, like you can have a minimal haircut like this and change your whole look, whereas if I did that on mine, it wouldn't do much. Do you see what I mean? It'd be a totally different finish for mine.
Yeah.
So that's why I think you're lucky to have that wave and that curl in there, for sure.
Yeah, no, thank you so much.
Happy, yeah?
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Good to see you again, mate. Thank you very much. Good to see you, man.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure to be back.
Yeah, man. Like a new person, mate.
New person, yeah. Well, yeah, 2 years of maturing a little bit. I mean, like, don't worry, I pick and choose when I want to be fussy, because sometimes you just need it. But sometimes, like, an artist like you just have to let you explore your creative.
I'm glad you think that, mate. That's what it's about, man. That's what it's about. But no, it's good. It's good. More chilled. It's nice.